Welcome to the 25th Annual Hawthorne Parks and Recreation Foundation Golf Tournament. I'm Shantae Passmar.
And I'm Ella Sogomonian. We're here at the picturesque Coyote Hills Golf Course in Fullerton, California, where in just a little bit, multiple teams of 4 will compete against one another in a scramble format before a unified cause.
That's right. The foundation usually chooses a community project which will benefit from the tournament's proceeds. This year's focus is the Hawthorne Senior Center's computer room.
In fact, the foundation has raised over $250,000 to fund these recreational spaces in Hawthorne.
You know, Ella, the teams are busy practicing their warm-up swings at the putting contest, which is underway. Let's go check it out.
While the putting contest is optional, it helps golfers get their juices flowing before the big tournament. Think of the contest as if you're gazing into a crystal ball. It can foretell the future, and in this case, how bad or good a golfer might do. Sometimes, one's fate is in between, a matter of the putt being so close, yet so far.
That's not a bad putt!
Dang!
Wow!
And then there are golfers whose fortune lands in their favor. This is Chuck Ollinger's 9th year playing in the tournament, and he won this year's putting contest.
It was a long putt, but lucky. And a little bit of a right break, and it popped right in.
Regardless of how golfers did in the contest, sometimes a bit of luck, practice, and fun is all they need for the tournament.
Well, Ella, it looks like the players are all warmed up. The tournament's just about ready to begin.
All right then, we should just split up and cover more ground.
And they're off. Players are getting used to the turf and enjoying the great outdoors.
We're having a good time there.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Great day today with a great cause. Happy to be here.
Players have a lot to be happy about, knowing that the fun in the sun also contributes to Hawthorne community projects.
We've been doing it for 24 years. This is our 25th, and we've it's been fun to see the fruits of our labors take place.
We just had our first birdie. Our team just had our first birdie here. So now we're fired up. We're going to go crazy.
Fired up not only for the sake of golf, but to help the Hawthorne Senior Center too. Hawthorne Senior Center comes complete with a computer room where adults are free to surf the internet. But Parks and Recreation Foundation President Richard Hune explains it's time for an upgrade.
The printers and the computers that they have now were donated some time ago, so they were old when they first got them, and now they're looking for something new.
The donated equipment is actively used by seniors on a daily basis.
And there's a couple of people in there all the time. They do their research, and they make with the printers they make copies of things that they research.
The tournament's proceeds this year will benefit the seniors with new ancillary equipment, and they're already making requests.
I was taking pictures to put on the brochure, and one of the gentlemen says, "We need Macintoshes." So, well, that's,
This request could become reality thanks to sponsors and players.
It certainly makes it a lot easier to take a day off of work, knowing that this is for something that's right.
I think a golf tournament is one of the very best ways to meet and greet, and also to show your support for the city, and a lot of people can participate.
Now that we know what the teams are playing for, let's meet up with Shantae, who's been talking to a few of the golfers.
Thanks, Ella. Looks like the teams are off to a great start. I'm standing next to Pat Hughes. Tell me, how's your game going so far?
Pretty good. We're 6 under par through 9 holes, so we're doing pretty well. According to the leaderboard, we're leading, so that's good.
Very good. What's your strategy?
Get the ball in the fairway and get in the hole. It's like just, it's a pretty short course. Just get in the fairway and you can get close and make some putts. We made a lot of putts today, so.
Are you having a good time?
Have a great time, absolutely.
Indeed they are. But what do the numbers say on the leaderboard?
The players look very determined, and 25 could be the lucky year for the elusive hole-in-one challenge. Ella, tell us what's going on at hole number 14. Do you think anyone's going to win this year's challenge?
I sure hope so, Shantae. In a quarter of a century, the hole-in-one challenge has yet to be won. And the prizes have ranged from an exotic destination to a brand new set of wheels. And this year, the South Bay Ford dealership is giving away a 2-year lease on a brand new Ford Fusion.
The hole-in-one is proving to be a challenge for another year in a row.
I think the car is pretty safe, because it's a difficult
Oh, and it's a fairly long hole too.
Teams are trying hard to break the 25-year losing streak.
I'd love to get a hole-in-one, so that's any one of the guys on the pulling for him.
And then, for one of the players, luck was on his side. Almost.
3 feet 2 inches.
I'm standing here with Eric, who in the first time in 25 years has gotten the closest to the hole-in-one. Eric, how do you feel?
I feel pretty good. Lucky shot.
And how did you master this technique? You are the closest in 25 years. How did that happen?
A couple Coors Lights, I guess.
If they don't win the car, players still have a chance to show off their skills and win with most accurate drive, closest to pin, and longest drive.
While the golfers are enjoying the beautiful Coyote Hills golf course, I'm discovering why Golf Digest and enthusiasts everywhere rave about the best course to play in Orange County. It's easy to forget you're on a golf course, and perhaps that's what co-designers Cal Olson and PGA Tour legend Payne Stewart had in mind when they drafted the layout. The serene waterfalls and diverse wildlife makes this 18-hole course stunning. Located in Fullerton, California, it sits on 270 acres, but only 75 of that is actually used for golf.
We share the other 200 acres with natural coastal sage scrub and a couple of endangered birds that nest out of here. I know there's a lot of coyotes that live on property. You'll hear them howl at night. They always stay out of the way during the day, but you do hear them howl at night.
The land was originally used for oil production. Today you can still see oil machinery neatly tucked away in the background. In 1996, the course debuted. The designers presented new and seasoned golfers a challenging round of golf due to the rolling hills, gorges, and creeks sprinkled throughout. Scenic surprises awaited golfers as well.
This number 7 tee box on the golf course is the highest point in the city of Fullerton. On a nice clear day, you can see downtown LA really crisply. You can see the Hollywood Hills sign right behind it. From the number 6 green and the number 3 tee box, you can see down to southern Orange County.
The course was the only one Stewart designed prior to his death in 1999. The following year, the entrance was renamed in his honor, Payne Stewart Drive. And like the man himself, the course is unlike any other in the Southland. Now that we're more familiar with the golf course, let's see what the players have to say.
Players are getting into the swing of things, and for some, the course is proving to be favorable.
That's it. That's it.
Get it, baby. Got it. Oh, that was pretty good. So whose drive did we use? Mine.
John Pepperly.
Whose second shot? Mine.
That's awesome.
Very good shot.
That's a birdie.
So far, we're 3 under, so we're doing good.
For others, the course is downright challenging.
Terrible. I'm not gonna lie.
But Pepperling explains the trick is that,
Golf is in people's brains, and that's what makes it harder.
and new players are just soaking it all in.
I don't know exactly what I'm doing, so I'm just trying to focus on touching the club to the ball.
The teams are embarking on the last holes of the tournament. At any given moment, teams could advance or backslide. So how do they tighten up their game when it's crunch time?
Drinking a lot. And that seems to help better than the driving range. But watching Tiger Woods helps too a little bit on TV.
I haven't played in about 2 months, which usually tends to help my game quite a bit.
It's been a great day. It's always fun to come out and not work and play golf and not worry about anything.
Ella, the tournament has now come to a close and the banquet is about to begin.
From the event organizers to the golfers themselves, and of course the sponsors who made the event possible, I think it's safe to say it's been a fun-filled event. What about you, Shantae?
I totally agree. Again, the proceeds go to a worthy cause, which is improving the Hawthorne Senior Center's computer room.
But let's not forget the big prizes. Let's head into the banquet hall and see who are the winners.
I want to thank everyone for joining us today. As I look around the room, I see a lot of familiar faces that have played with us, I think the majority of the 25 years.
There has been one team that has won first place 23 times out of the 25 years.
For the first place, it's better than 1100, and it goes to Dick's Special Group, Gary Bunnett, Rusty Bryant, John Davis, and Pat Hughes. This guy. We've got to go around and take a picture.
Second and third place went to Uncle Noby's Enterprises and McCormick Ambulance, respectively. And at this tournament, everyone is a winner, no matter how well or poor they play.
We have a prize that we give out every year for the worst score. Yeah, Clint Smith's team.
Clint Smith, Damian Smith,
Right.
Mike Goodson, and
Mike Goodson.
There are plenty of winners for the side contest as well, but once again, the hole-in-one prize is going back to the dealership. In addition to the celebratory event, Foundation members couldn't help but express the longevity and success of the tournament's 25 years.
as we say, all the sponsors is basically what makes this thing go. I mean, participation in the players is great, but some of these companies have really come through over the years.
And it's the same recipe for success that the Foundation hopes will carry this tournament for another 25 years.
I was so sure somebody would finally win the hole-in-one this year.
I know, I totally thought that at least once out of the 25 years the tournament's been held, surely someone would have won it. Now that we know who the winners are, let's get a final recap at the leaderboard to see how the players fared overall.
That marks the end of the 25th annual Hawthorne Parks and Recreation Foundation's tournament. I'm Elisa Gamonian.
And I'm Shantae Passmore. We'll see you next year.